Your accounts receivable balance is an important number to know throughout the course of your business. It will help you when you're projecting how much cash you'll be receiving in the future. But if you don't have an accurate accounts receivable number to begin with, you could run into issues with your projections. Your accounts receivable balance is also included on your balance sheet in the Assets section. When you get familiar with your accounts receivable report and understand how you should take care of items that are inaccurate, you'll definitely help ensure your financial reports are accurate. In today's podcast episode, I'm covering how you can clean up your accounts receivable balances so that you can feel confident in the amount of money you'll be receiving from your customers. Whether you're starting a business or side hustle, you're a self-employed individual, a solopreneur, entrepreneur, mompreneur, freelancer, business owner, bookkeeper, or virtual assistant. There are many instances where you may need to clean up your accounts receivable accounts, and when you stay on top of any adjustments that need to be made, it will make cleaning up your accounts receivable report easier for you. If you're a business owner who wants to take your business to the next level, whether you're starting a business, you're building your business, or you're serious about growing your business, I want to invite you to work with me so that you can meet your goals in the most accelerated, streamlined, and efficient way possible that also aligns with your life and the impact that you want to make with your business. As a CPA, business strategist, and coach, I've created 2 options for you to choose from when you work with me. The first is my Mastering Your Small Business Finances Profit Lab. This is a group program where we have live weekly business meetings and coaching sessions to answer your questions so that you can generate revenues and increase the profit in your business. You can learn more about the Profit Lab by going to financialadventure.com/profit. Or, if you like the idea of working with me on a more private, one-on-one basis, you can schedule a free consultation session where we'll go over where you currently are in your business and where you'd like to see yourself and your business in the future. During this session, we'll begin to map out the steps you need to take to achieve your goals. I'm helping my clients start their businesses, become more profitable, set strategies to move their business forward, and take control of their business and their finances while allowing them the balance and ability to enjoy their personal lives by utilizing business strategy, coaching, mentorship, and support. You can schedule your session today by going to financialadventure.com and clicking on the Work With Me button. By taking action in your business, you'll achieve your goals. By keeping everything simple, you'll avoid confusion and overwhelm. You'll understand your business finances, your next steps, and you'll follow through with the vision that you have for your business. My goal is to help you dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do. You're listening to the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, where we get straight to the point on topics that ultimately affect your bottom line. That's right, as an entrepreneur with a small business, money management, growth, marketing, they all affect your bottom line. I'm your host, Chris Ponick. I'm a certified public accountant, and I've been helping small business owners like you navigate and easily understand these complicated topics for over 25 years. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and a small business owner myself, so I know your time is valuable. In my free time, I make the best sugar cookies and have mastered an amazing chocolate chip cookie recipe. And that's not just my opinion. You're in the right place. I promise your time will be well spent here. Each week, you'll gain confidence and clarity while making a successful impact on your business and grow your bottom line. Get comfy, grab a cookie, and let's get straight to the point with this week's episode. Welcome back. Whenever you have receivables from customers, there's a chance that you may need to make an adjustment to the original balances that they owed. In the last 2 podcast episodes, I covered how and when you may need to issue a credit to a customer, as well as refund credit balances to your customers. Today, I want to talk about some of the best practices when it comes to cleaning up your accounts receivable balances. And the first part is being aware of what is making up your accounts receivable balance. When you look at your balance sheet, you'll see your total accounts receivable balance in the Assets section. To see the details on what's making up this number, I recommend that you run an Accounts Receivable Aging Summary Report. You can find this report in QuickBooks Desktop by going to the Reports tab in your top menu bar and selecting Customers and Receivables and then Accounts Receivable Aging Summary. If you're using QuickBooks Online, you'll go to the Reports tab and under Who Owes You, you'll see the Accounts Receivable Aging Summary Report there as well. When you run this report, you'll be able to see each customer and the balances, which makes up the total accounts receivable amount that shows up in your balance sheet. I always recommend that my clients look this report over on a monthly basis so that they can clean up any balances that may not be correct. If you have any credit balances that you need to refund your customer for, you can listen to my last Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, number 137, regarding how to refund your customer with a credit balance. If you have a customer balance that you need to issue a credit for, please go back and listen to podcast episode number 136 about how to issue a credit to a customer. These two episodes really cover many of the issues that you may encounter with your accounts receivable balances, but you may also find that there are items on your accounts receivable report that are over 30 days past due. If you have a customer that has not paid their invoice on time, make sure that you have a procedure in place to remind them that their balance is due. You can send statements to help remind them, or you may need to have a collection process in place to receive these payments. Don't forget that you always have the option to assess finance charges on any invoices that have not been paid within your terms. Just make sure that you're letting your customers know about these policies in advance. So some of the issues that I often see clients have with their accounts receivable report is when they have a duplicate customer and the invoice is issued under one of the customer accounts and the payment is received under the other account. This produces a credit and an amount due on separate lines of your accounts receivable report. If you have this showing up on your report, you can either reapply the payment to the correct customer, or you may want to merge the two customers together. To merge the two customers, you'll want to edit one of the customer's accounts to match exactly how the other customer account was set up. When you do this, QuickBooks will let you know that there is another customer with the same name, and it will give you the option to merge the two accounts into one. Another issue that I see come up for many of my clients is when you're looking at your accounts receivable report and you see a customer with a zero balance. The reason this customer is still showing up on your accounts receivable report even though they have a zero balance is because QuickBooks wasn't able to link all of the transactions together properly. To fix this, you will want to go to Receive Payments and apply the credit and/or payment to the invoice. Once you do this, QuickBooks has everything linked correctly and your customer with a zero balance should no longer appear on your accounts receivable report. The last issue that I'd like to mention today is when the balance that's showing up on your accounts receivable report is no longer going to be paid. If you determine that the balance is uncollectible or maybe was recorded in error, you will want to issue a credit memo and then apply that credit memo to your original invoice or invoices so that the customer then has a zero balance. Now that you understand how you can easily clean up any issues that may come up on your accounts receivable reports, make sure that you're setting up a process to review your accounts receivable report on at least a monthly basis and block that time off in your calendar. This will not only help you keep your financial statements accurate by having the correct balance in your accounts receivable account, but it will also help you to receive payments in a timely manner. When you're on top of your accounts receivable report, you'll be able to notify your customers of any past due amounts quickly so that you can continue to have a cash flow that supports your business operations. The older the receivable gets, it's often harder to receive payment on what's due. If you're struggling with your accounts receivable procedures, or if you want help setting up efficient processes or strategies in your business, sign up for one of my free consultation sessions. You can go to financialadventure.com and click on the Work With Me button. I'm looking forward to meeting with you soon and digging deeper to see where you currently are in your business and start creating actionable steps so that you can reach your vision and your goals for the future, not only in your business, but also in your personal life. I'm ready to work with you, see all of your successes, and watch you become a thriving business owner while creating your best work-life balance. I'll post links to this and other valuable resources for business owners and accountants where you're listening to this podcast. And I'm going to ask, what's at least one thing that you'll take away from this episode that will help your business succeed and grow your bottom line? If you need some accountability, join our private Facebook community and post your action item. We'd love to support you. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this episode of Mastering Your Small Business Finances. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, I'd love for you to give it a 5-star rating and subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Visit financialadventure.com for the show notes, links from this episode, and while you're there, leave a comment if you have a topic you're interested in learning more about that affects your bottom line. If you're looking for a community where you can ask questions and get feedback about your small business, join my private Facebook group. You can find the links to this group and more on financialadventure.com. And remember, any financial information shared on this podcast is not to be considered professional, financial, or tax advice and should not be solely relied upon. Please consult your CPA or tax advisor for an opinion on your specific circumstances. I'm looking forward to having you tune in next time. Until then, dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do.